The god of symbiotes, Knull, has been revealed to be one of the big villains who is set to appear in Venom The Last Dance, and will be what keeps the plot moving forward in the movie as Knull is hunting down Venom. And from the new Venom The Last Dance final trailer, I believe Knull is actually going to be more of a Thanos-like figure in Venom The Last Dance, who is possibly being set up to be the main big bad for the next Spider-Man film. Let's get into how exactly Venom The Last Dance will lead into Spider-Man 4. Now, as we know, in Venom The Last Dance, Venom states that his home had found them and is being hunted down by a xenophage sent by Knull. We find out in the trailer that the other symbiotes that had came to Earth were actually all running away from their homeworld, Clintar, and their creator, Knull. Venom, of course, being extremely scared and frightened to even mention or hear Knull's name out loud. From what we see in the trailer, Knull, being connected to this symbiote hive mind, knows of Venom fighting Riot and Carnage from the first two films. As he sits on his throne, the trailer shows Knull looking into something, possibly spectating Venom on Earth and telling the xenophage creatures what to do as they hunt for Venom. And we know Venom is very important to Knull because we hear someone say that as long as Venom lives, everything will end. And for some reason, it really does almost feel like what we see Knull doing in the trailer is going to be just about what we'll see Knull do for most of the film, just sitting there on his throne and failing to get Venom. On top of that, there is just so much going on in this movie. We have Toxin, Venom being hunted down by not just the xenophage sent by Knull, but the military as well. And of course, Mrs. Chen. And don't get me wrong, Knull has a lot of potential in this movie when it comes to the multiverse and the symbiote hive mind. And just him being a villain for the movie. There's just so much that they can do with this character. But there really isn't much room for Knull to really do anything big in the movie aside from just sending in this xenophage to where it doesn't feel like he's being wasted by being in Venom 3 and having to share the screen with all of these other antagonistic forces, which leads me to believe that Knull is just going to be in the movie as a way to set up what will be happening in Spider-Man 4. As we know, in the Venom Let There Be Carnage post-credits scene, Eddie asks Venom if he's hiding any secrets from him. Venom tells Eddie that 80 billion light years of hive knowledge across universes would explode Eddie's tiny little brain. Venom attempts to give Eddie a taste of a small fraction of what symbiotes have experienced across the multiverse, and right as he is about to do this, both Eddie and Venom are taken to the MCU. Here, Venom sees the news of Spider-Man being Peter Parker, and Venom looking at the screen, seemingly knowing who Spider-Man is despite never coming across a Spider-Man variant in the Venomverse. Thanks to his hive mind multiversal knowledge, it's pretty much implied that in this moment, Venom knows that a version of Venom has went up against a version of Spider-Man, that being Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in the Sam Raimi universe, which is why Venom seems so interested in the MCU Spider-Man, and why Venom is sent to the MCU in the first place, because Doctor Strange's spell in No Way Home pulled in people who knew that Spider-Man was Peter Parker. In Spider-Man No Way Home, when all of the villains and Spider-Man variants all go back to their universes, Venom and Eddie get sent back to the Venomverse, but Venom leaves behind a piece of himself in the MCU. And right now, we don't know what exactly that little bit of the Venom symbiote left behind at the bar, and what Spider-Man has been up to since the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. But as far as rumors go, Spider-Man 4 has been rumored to be another multiversal adventure for our hero that's set to take place in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And knowing that we will most likely be seeing RDJ's Doctor Doom destroying the multiverse and creating one Earth, that being Battle World, that's made from different Earths from all of the different universes in Avengers Doomsday, it's possible that because of Avengers Doomsday, we could see the Venom from the Venomverse and the MCU Spider-Man officially cross over in Spider-Man 4, thanks to Doctor Doom bringing in the Venomverse and other universes onto Battleworld alongside our heroes from the main 616 universe. So with Knull having failed in Venom The Last Dance and then being pulled into this new universe with Venom, he decides to pull a Thanos and do it himself, and now Venom and Spider-Man will team up to take on this multiversal threat that Knull poses, and we can finally see Tom Hollands Spider-Man with the symbiote suit that can carry over into Avengers Secret Wars. And since it's rumored to be a multiversal movie, we could see other Spider-Man join in the fight as well, possibly giving Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man his moment in finally fighting an alien like he wanted to in No Way Home. Maybe we could even see Miles Morales, and since Venom is here, if Toxin ends up surviving Venom The Last Dance, we could see more symbiotes joining in the fight and stopping Knull. If this does end up happening to where Sony is actually setting up Knull in Venom The Last Dance to be a much bigger villain for the next Spider-Man movie, it would be insane. I really hope Sony doesn't have Knull fight Venom for 5 minutes and lose. That would be such a waste of a villain. I mean, it is Sony, so it's possible that he could be wasted in the most tragic way possible. Let's not act like Madam Web doesn't exist. But on the chance that Knull is going to be used for something even bigger does have me super excited. Plus, from what I'm seeing, Norman Reedus is probably playing Knull in Venom The Last Dance, so I'm all there for it, even if it's a massive flop. I just hate that I enjoy these movies so much. Let me know your thoughts on Knull being in Venom The Last Dance. Do you think Knull is going to have a bigger role outside of Venom 3, or do you think Venom 3 is going to absolutely waste this character in the most brain dead way possible? Let me know everything in the comment section below. With that said, if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to have a symbiotic relationship with that like button, and if you are new to the channel, then be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so that you don't miss any MCU related theory videos. And I'll catch you all in the next one.